The fist. The first truly global goal celebration originates with a 17-year-old kid on the world's biggest stage. The year is 1958, and the World Cup final pits a dominant Brazil against the host nation, Sweden. A young forward named Pelé, playing in his first ever World Cup tournament, scores 2 goals in the 5-2 volts victory that secures Brazil its first title. After his first goal, he runs towards the sideline and leaps into the air, punching the sky with a closed fist. This simple, explosive gesture is not planned or rehearsed. It is a pure, unfiltered expression of a teenager achieving the impossible. This single act becomes the foundational template for how to celebrate a goal with iconic power. Before this moment, celebrations were often muted, consisting of little more than a handshake or a pat on the back. Pelé's fist pump, however, is broadcast to a growing global television audience, and it communicates a universal message of triumph that anyone can understand. It establishes that the emotional release after a goal is part of the spectacle itself, a raw moment of connection between the player and the fans. For decades, this display of pure, unchoreographed emotion remains the standard, a benchmark of authentic joy. Roger Milla. The 1990 World Cup in Italy provides the stage for one of football's most memorable celebrations. Cameroon's 38-year-old striker, Roger Milla, scores a crucial goal against Colombia in a match that would become a shocking upset. Instead of a simple fist pump or a run back to the halfway line, Milla sprints directly to the corner flag. There, he breaks into a distinctive hip-wiggling dance, a spontaneous expression of joy that captivates the global audience. This act transforms the corner of the pitch into a personal stage, marking a clear departure from the more subdued celebrations of the past. Milla's dance is widely considered the first true performance-based goal celebration on the World Cup stage, setting a new precedent for player expression. Because of his age and the unexpected success of the Cameroonian team, the celebration gains an almost mythical status. His performance therefore becomes a powerful symbol for African football, inspiring a generation of players who saw that joy and personality had a place on the field. The celebration was not just an afterthought. It was an event in itself, replayed on news broadcasts worldwide and becoming as iconic as the goals he scored. This moment establishes a new category of celebration, where the individual's personality takes center stage. While Milla's dance was a solo act of spontaneous joy, it opened the door for more elaborate, pre-planned group celebrations to enter the sport. Bebeto's Cradle. The 1994 World Cup quarterfinal in the United States sets the stage for a celebration that blends the personal with the professional. After scoring against the Netherlands, Brazilian striker Bebeto runs towards the sideline, interlocking his hands and rocking an imaginary baby. His teammates, Romario and Mazinho, quickly grasp the meaning and join the gesture, creating a synchronized 3-man cradle rock. The performance is a direct tribute to Bebeto's son Matthias, who was born just 2 days prior to the match. This specific heartfelt gesture communicates a clear, real-world message to a global audience. This celebration immediately establishes a new precedent, transforming a personal milestone into a shared, public event. Because the act is so easily understood and replicated, it kicks off a worldwide trend of baby-rocking celebrations. The gesture provides players with a unique way to announce and honor the birth of their children on the field. The shirt off. The 1999 Women's World Cup final culminates in a tense penalty shootout between the United States and China. Defender Brandi Chastain steps up to take the 5th and decisive kick, and upon scoring the winning penalty, she is overcome by a wave of pure, unbridled relief. In a spontaneous act, she rips off her jersey, sinking to her knees in a display of raw emotion. The resulting photograph, capturing her muscular physique and triumphant expression, becomes an iconic image for women's sports, symbolizing a watershed moment of athletic achievement and intensity. This celebration is not pre-planned, but rather a visceral reaction to the immense pressure of a World Cup final. Chastain's celebration, while iconic, sparks considerable debate and is replicated by male and female players globally in the years that follow. The act of removing a shirt is seen by governing bodies as a potential vehicle for unsporting messages or simply unnecessary delays. Therefore, in 2004, FIFA's International Football Association Board officially amends the laws of the game, stipulating an automatic yellow card for any player who removes their jersey during a celebration. This rule change directly targets the shirt-off trend, effectively legislating a specific type of celebration out of the game's spontaneous moments. The introduction of this rule demonstrates how player expressions could now lead to direct, punitive consequences, forcing a new calculation for on-field celebrations. The robot. In a 2006 pre-World Cup friendly match against Jamaica, England striker Peter Crouch scores a hat-trick, providing him multiple opportunities to showcase a new celebration. After finding the net, the 6'7" forward performs a stilted, mechanical dance that instantly becomes known as the robot. The move, first performed humorously at a private party, creates an immediate and widespread reaction when unveiled on the international pitch. The robot quickly becomes Crouch's signature move, a celebration anticipated and requested by fans for years following its debut. The celebration's legacy is tied to its accessible humor and lack of pretense, proving that a player's personality could be expressed through comedy. The Archer. Uruguayan striker Edinson Cavani establishes a career-long signature celebration known as the Archer. After scoring, he drops to one knee, pulls back an imaginary bowstring, and aims a symbolic arrow towards the fans. The gesture is a physical manifestation of his on-field persona, a clinical finisher with pinpoint focus and a killer instinct in front of the goal. This action is not a spontaneous outburst, but a consistent, repeated ritual that becomes inextricably linked with his identity as a player. Therefore, every time he performs it, he reinforces his reputation as one of football's elite goal scorers. The celebration carries a deeper meaning beyond the immediate context of the football pitch, serving as a personal tribute to his country's indigenous Charrua people. By mimicking the act of an archer, Cavani connects his modern athletic achievements to the historical identity and warrior spirit of Uruguay. The celebration is so ingrained in his identity that it has been featured in video games and fan art for over a decade. The Archer is a prime example of a celebration that is instantly recognizable and deeply personal, communicating a story that transcends the simple act of scoring a goal. Why always me? In the Manchester Derby of October 2011, Manchester City striker Mario Balotelli scores the opening goal in what will become a historic 6-1 Volts victory over their rivals. Following the goal, Balotelli halts his run, lifts his club jersey, and reveals a simple undershirt printed with the question, "Why always me?" He stands perfectly still, arms at his sides, offering no smile or triumphant shout, allowing the message itself to serve as the entire celebration. This celebration is a masterclass in subversion, arguably the quietest yet loudest statement ever made on a football pitch. Instead of expressing joy, Balotelli uses the global platform of a high-stakes derby to issue a direct commentary on his own public narrative. By using a simple t-shirt, he weaponized the celebration, transforming it from a display of emotion into a direct, confrontational message. This paved the way for celebrations to become a form of personal branding and media engagement. The CU. Cristiano Ronaldo, the prolific Real Madrid forward, develops his now famous celebration during a 2013 preseason match against Chelsea in the United States. The maneuver begins with a powerful jump, followed by a 180-degree turn in midair, and culminates in a wide-legged, statuesque landing with both arms pointing down. This entire sequence is synchronized with Ronaldo shouting, "See you." The celebration therefore combines an explosive athletic display with an auditory signature, creating an instantly recognizable and intimidating spectacle for opponents. The Siyun is now a global phenomenon. It is a viral symbol of peak performance and confidence. It is a brand asset as much as it is a personal tick. Ronaldo's fusion of athletic prowess and personal branding in a single moment set a new standard. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.